from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Democratic lawmakers want to redraw the congressional districts in Virginia. We'll tell you what it could mean for Henrico County. And we talk with members of the Venezuelan community in Henrico about the recent turmoil in their homeland. All of that's coming up in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. We're headed for a high of 69 today under cloudy skies. The News Minute is brought to you today by Safe Harbor Shelter.
And now for the news.
Well, that statewide redistricting effort would shift one half of Henrico County into a new congressional district, while most of the other half would remain in its existing district. Democrats in the General Assembly crafted a new 10-1 congressional map in a way that they believe would give them control of 10 of the state's 11 congressional districts. That's 4 more than they currently control. They say it's a way to combat efforts by several other states who are skewing their own districts in favor of Republicans before November's midterm elections. The plan would move Henrico's western half, most of which is currently part of the 1st District, into a newly structured 5th District, along with a portion of northern Henrico that's currently in the 4th District. Now, most of the west end had just shifted from the 7th District to the 1st District in 2021. The part of the 4th District that would move into the 5th is generally located between the West Broad-Parham intersection to the west, Hungary Road to the north, Richmond Raceway to the east, and the city-county line to the south. Meanwhile, everything east of Richmond Raceway, generally speaking, would remain in the 4th District, whose boundaries also would see significant changes. That district would expand a little bit to the east to Williamsburg and south toward Franklin, as well as massively to the west to encompass areas like South Hill, Chase City, South Boston, Danville, and even a portion of Smith Mountain Lake. The 4th District is currently represented by Jennifer McClellan, a Democrat. It would become slightly less Democratic-friendly, but still overwhelmingly so, according to an analysis from the Virginia Public Access Project. Meanwhile, the plans would move current Republican representatives John McGuire in the 5th and Rob Whitman in the 1st out of the boundaries of their districts, although both men still could run in those districts. There's no requirement that you live in your congressional district, just in the state that you seek to represent. You can read much more about the impact of this plan on Henrico County right now on our website, henricocitizen.com. When Yorgelis Vasquez heard about the U.S. government's middle-of-the-night bombing of her hometown of Caracas, Venezuela last month, the Henrico barista was wide awake, filled with a mix of feelings about the events 2,000 miles from Henrico. She spoke with our community vitality reporter Dina Weinstein on a recent morning while working the morning rush at Coco Cafe and Bistro on West Broad Street. Vasquez is 22. She said pursuing her dream to study to be a dentist in Venezuela was too costly. The salaries often are only enough to buy a carton of eggs, making school fees prohibitive. She and her co-workers here view the situation in Venezuela with a mixed outlook of happiness, hope, and skepticism, as former President Nicolas Maduro's second-in-command has been put in charge following the tactical operation that extracted Maduro from his country. You can read more of the thoughts from Vasquez and other Venezuelans in Henrico right now on our website, henricocitizen.com. Next month, Henrico's long-running literary event, All Henrico Reads, will return. Thursday, March 26th at 7 p.m. It'll feature Walter Mosley. The free event will be open to the public and held at the Henrico Sports and Events Center. Mosley will discuss his latest book, Gray Dawn, a mystery that continues the story of Detective Easy Rawlins, the popular protagonist of his best-selling novel and the movie starring Denzel Washington, Devil in a Blue Dress. All Henrico Reads encourages members of the community to all read the same book and then discuss it together in the county library's book groups or on their own. Everybody's invited then to hear the speaker next month. You can learn more at henricolibrary.org/AHR. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Safe Harbor Shelter. Did you know that financial control is a form of abuse? Up to 78% of survivors experience employment sabotage, which puts their jobs at risk. Survivors shouldn't have to choose between safety and a paycheck. If you or someone you know is the victim of domestic or sexual abuse, Visit safeharborshelter.com or call their 24-hour helpline at 804-500-2755 for support or to learn more.